Welcome to Launch Code, a premier business podcast. Starring Evan Hafer, Matt Best, and Jared Taylor.
Hello.
Oh,
What?
it just sounds...
You're not excited?
No, it just sounds so overly enthusiastic.
Animated. Well,
Yeah.
this is our first launch code in the new studio.
Oh, it is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and you sound really good right now, so it's like, I'm excited.
I love it. I love the fact that I can look at Dave.
And you can tell him he's fired to his face.
This is launch code, so I don't fire him on launch
Oh, okay.
You know?
Dave does not get fired on launch
Nope.
code.
Mm-mm. He doesn't.
Hey, look at him. He looks relieved. He's safe.
He does.
He's safe for 25 minutes.
He took your old pilot headset and modified it so he could get behind his command module over there and fly this podcast.
He's doing a good job of it, though.
Yeah. So today we have Tom Davin, the CEO of 511. If you
511
haven't
Tactical.
listened to it, yeah, 511 Tactical. I apologize. If you haven't listened to it, we also did an episode with him 2 years ago. Dave will pull the number, and he'll have it in the comments when we post.
Yeah, Tom's was like about a year ago. when we
year
did
ago?
his. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In
He
Salt
was one of
Lake.
our first, yeah.
In the old studio. It's great to be here for the maiden voyage.
Right?
Yeah.
Who
That
am I
is
going to
kind
hit
of
with this
cool.
bottle of champagne you gave me?
We're going to break it on the front of the table.
A bottle of champagne and break it in this old college that we bought. It's just,
It is not. It is funny when you think about it. Like, wait, what'd you guys do? We bought a college.
we bought an old college.
I mean, we're not running out of whiteboards
We're not
or
running,
projector stands.
or old printers, or a library full of crappy books.
Yeah, I know that library was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Going to rebuild the nursing station we just saw, JT?
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should turn that into a doctor set because there's a lot of doctor videos that we could do.
Yeah. Well, those are mainly your videos. So, Tom, 2 years, a lot has happened with 511s, or I guess a year. I apologize. 511 Tactical in the last year. What's the big initiatives? Kind of tell us what you guys have been up to.
Big initiatives at 511 over the last year or so. One, we're always working on culture. And just like for BlackRifle, hiring veterans is a key priority. And we've got about 400 some odd retail employees. And I'll talk about retail in a second. But we just did a survey, and about 30% of our in-store teams are military veterans.
It's amazing.
And we're just going to keep pushing that one hard. We'd like to get up to 40 or 45%. So if you're a veteran and you see a 511 store near you, drive on over and introduce yourself. The retail stores were up to 37. Our last store was St. Louis. That popped a week ago Friday.
Wow.
And we'll be heading down to Austin, which opened a couple of weeks ago. We do a stealth opening. We open the store for 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and then we do a big grand opening.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be Saturday in Austin this weekend.
Is that
So-
the Saturday is the grand opening or the stealth opening?
The grand opening.
opening.
Oh,
Got
that
it.
means
Okay.
anybody that's close to Austin, you guys can go to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
time. 10 o'clock, there'll be a door breaching because we don't do ribbon cuttings. We do door breaching.
Nice.
That's amazing. Yes,
great.
I've been to quite a few of 511 grand openings, and they are fun.
We're trying to do explosive door breaching, but I haven't gotten sign off from EOD yet. So retail stores will be number 2. Number 3 is new product. So we've got all sorts of product dropping for fall. You know, ironically, fall in the apparel and gear business begins in July. So we've got new boots, new pants. We've got an Edge chino that's just rocking it, a whole bunch of new tops like the one I'm wearing. It's an aerial shirt with dissolving yarn. I want to say invisible ink, but it's
Dissolving yarn?
Dissolving yarn. Don't ask
So-
me what solvent they use, but they weave the shirt, then they hit it with some sort of reactor, a reagent material, and it makes the holes come out in the shirt. So it's highly breathable.
Yeah.
The beauty of it is you can't quite see through it. I know
Yeah.
that disappoints you, JT.
I know.
Yeah.
I was looking.
I know. We were both looking at
I
you.
mean,
See any details there?
You're keeping yourself in tip-top shape.
So 37 stores. How long is that taking you?
We're about year 3 in the rollout. This year we're going to open a total of 21. So this is our big year. So we started the year with, I think, 28. up to 37 now. We'll wrap a total of 48, 49, depending on how the Q4 season ends up for us. But we're basically moving into every state in the nation. I think I mentioned Missouri and Austin, Texas. St. Louis, Missouri, Austin, Texas were recent. We're basically going anywhere there are lots of people.
Interesting.
That's been the beauty of the model. We don't need just people who love guns or people who are our traditional 511 customers, military, police, fire. We found if there's density, the stores do incredibly well.
Well, I'll be honest, Tom. Like 511s now, since we've been involved with you guys, like it becomes a staple in. You guys have things that nobody else has, and now it's almost like I land somewhere or I'm even at home, and it's like I got to hit the 511 store because I want this thing that I know you guys have.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's no other stores that have that type of stuff where you can go in and get kind of, when we were heading up to Idaho, the first time to do the fishing trip with Rusty, it was like I stopped at 511 to get, waterproof case for phone and wallet and things like that, but also like some carabiners and other things that I would need for this trip. And it's like there's no other place that you can just walk in and get that assortment of stuff in one spot.
We want you to come in and kit out for whatever your mission happens to be. Could be preparing for the next fire in the state of California, or it could be preparing for that vacation where you just need to load up on gear.
So you're just preparing. What's the tagline?
Always be ready.
Always be ready. There we go.
We love it. We trademarked that. We were shocked.
I
This
know.
was about 4 years ago. I said, how about always be ready? No, it's not available. No, wait, it is available.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that?
That's great,
So we
though.
trademarked it.
Well, we trademarked America's Coffee. We thought for sure that was taken. Nope, wasn't taken.
So the lesson there is not all the good ideas are taken.
Yeah, but we're trying to monopolize them just as fast as we can. 37 stores. I've got a lot of questions around this, which is, how long did it take you? Did 511 already have the optic or the desire to open up stores before you came along? They did.
No, not at all.
They didn't. So
I
how long did it
nodded.
take you to
I gave
convince people that?
Evan a head fake like, yes, they did not. No, when I joined the board, and I think we may have touched on this in the first podcast, my predecessor had done a deal with a lawyer who'd owned a gun range in Fresno, California. And this lawyer took on basically consignment about $500,000 worth of product, made it essentially a cop shop, but had the logo and the tagline out front. So it was basically a dedicated 511 store, mostly, though, for professionals. He ended up not paying us. I took the store over in 2012. My board and my investors begged me not to be in the retail business because just like BlackRifle going to the coffee shop business, it's hard. It's real estate intensive. You got leases, you got build outs, you got to hire people, you got to deal with managing a service component. It's just a tough business. And retail, as you know, most people are getting out of retail.
Yeah.
Because the thought is everybody's going to buy all their stuff online, which we know won't happen.
Right.
But after my board said, don't do it, we kept the store, and then we really started our program in 14 with 2 stores, a couple more stores in 15. Once we knew it was viable, the investors decided to sell the company.
Okay.
But it's really been my vision, along with Jeff Roberts, our head of retail. And really all we do, shocking, is just listen to customers and give them what they want. And people told us we want to see the entire 511 catalog in a retail environment with people who are friendly and know what they're talking about.
And that goes into why, this is a good option for any, 4-6 year military veterans out there, because you're going to have fun in that setting. You know the stuff.
Right.
You know about boots, you know about bags and backpacks and pouches and things like that. So you can talk about it like you're an expert.
Which you probably are.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you ask the customers questions because a lot of them are experts and they'll educate our staff from time to time.
So what's been your biggest obstacle, I guess, in since 2012 in putting these forward, and then I guess this is your big year, so.
Right. Yeah, good question, because there are always obstacles, but the toughest one when you're building out a physical space is you've got to get the real estate component right. So I'd like to say you're in the real estate business first, you're in the people business second, you're in the retail business third. It's very hard to find the perfect site. we're only taking down a space of about 5,000 square feet, not very large by most standards. And so to find a 5,000 square foot space on a major freeway, great visibility, great access with signage that doesn't cost a lot, that's a bit of a challenge. So it takes a while. We've got a whole team of deal makers. They do nothing but travel the country, knocking on doors and talking to brokers. It's a really tough job.
So is it 511 employees, or did you contract this out or hire consultants? Or?
We've got a handful. It's like our own special forces A team that go out and do nothing but represent 511 looking at deals, and they talk to brokers. But of course, you're trying to free up really high quality remnant space at a low price because we're not going into malls. I think we all know how difficult it is to survive in malls with traffic declining, year after year in the malls. So we're not willing to pay the premium to be in a mall.
Right.
So we've got to be in a place where people see the store, drive by and say, I don't know exactly what that is, but it looks interesting.
I don't see you guys being very successful in a mall. Your type of customer doesn't go to a mall.
Right. So we're kind of destination, which means people have to see us or know we're there.
Right.
The beauty of the model is a typical retail environment. If you've got a traffic counter of people crossing the threshold, typically you're going to see 8 to maybe 12% conversion rate. So of 100 people who walk in, 8 to 12 will buy. Our conversion rate is 40%, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Now, if you flip it around, it's because most people are like JT. When they're coming in to buy.
That's the thing. I mean, it's colorful. It's exciting. I always walk out with something I didn't think I needed. I mean, the last time I was in there, I bought 3 of the cell phone backers that you guys carry, because I was like, I need extras of these.
And you're rocking the shorts today.
Yes, I love these shorts. These are your new shorts. What are these ones called? Apex?
Apex, yeah.
Oh, I love them.
They somehow make your calves look more muscular. I can't figure that out.
Could be that he's working out again.
He's doing the donkey calf raises, huh?
Yeah. We do a lot of buddy-assisted calf raises around here.
Yeah.
People look at us weird, but we get them done. So
the real estate side is tough because you can find a great location, then you got to make the deal. And
right.
Are you buying any of your stores, or are you leasing?
We're
100%?
leasing them all.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to put our capital into more retail build-outs, not owning more real estate and having fewer stores. So that's always a pain in the neck. And often you'll have an LOI, which is a letter of intent, which in most business settings, an LOI means you're going to have a contract, you've agreed to a deal. In real estate, it means you're going to negotiate. So the LOI really is not binding. You have to get to a contract and a fully executed lease, and that can take 6 or 7 months in a worst-case scenario. Hopefully it's only a month. Then you got to build it out, get your permits, et cetera.
It's a crazy thing. People don't like money these days in the U.S. It's weird. Oh, you want to lease my building?
Right.
We're gonna wait 8 months for that.
In some cases, you've got an older individual owns a building and they just don't care.
Really?
They're in no hurry. Right.
They're just like whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well,
and internationally, so you guys, how many stores do you guys have in the U.S.?
Well, 37 are in the U.S.
Oh, that's right.
We have 1 store in Sydney, Australia. We opened a new store in Germany in the town of Hamburg or Hamburg, depending on how one likes to pronounce it. That opened last Friday on the 20th of July. So that was our first store in Europe that we own.
But you have other 511 stores that are overseas. Now, how does that relationship play out?
That would be a license deal, so we give a shop owner a license to put 511 on the door as long as they carry a certain percentage of 511 product and market the brand properly. And a good example of that is here in San Antonio, we've got a local partner, Lance Rousey, who's about to open a store in Alamo Heights, and he's already got 1 store here. He's a licensee. We call him a partner.
Yeah.
Now, had I known you guys were going to come here, I would have had a company-owned store here, but you didn't tell me that 2 years ago.
I know.
I'm telling him we need another one out by Lackland, though. There's still a spot there.
You mean it for 511?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd crush over there.
Do you have one in Boise yet?
We do not. It's on the list.
There we go. See, we can partner on that one. We could.
Yes.
I guess we have a
be our
podcast.
headquarters building plus 511 store.
Summer headquarters for
Summer
BlackRifle.
HQ. Yeah, I think that's
what we're doing.
With a stream right up back.
There's a stream and there's Boise River right there.
Right.
It's beautiful. I mean, I know that you're partially Utah, but
I can go north.
you could.
Yeah, you can tempt me up there.
I could.
Certainly for a week or two at a time.
Well, the fishing's much better in Idaho than it is in Utah. Just FYI.
I didn't know that.
So where do you see this going? Like, how many of these are you going to open?
In terms of total number, we have not done the full-on corporate penetration study, but we'll get to 100 within probably 3 years.
Okay.
And the goal is to have in every major city like a Dallas or a Houston, somewhere between 3 and 5.
Right.
We already have 3 in Houston, 2 in Dallas. So cities like that, if you extrapolate around the U.S., we can get to 100 pretty easily.
Right.
Question then is, do we need to have a smaller footprint to go urban? Do we need more pop-up shops? Should we do a much larger destination store, kind of think Bass Pro Shop?
Yeah.
You're driving a little further to go out, and it's a much bigger experience that may be attached to a gun range, an archery range, something else got a real
BlackRifle coffee shop.
Yeah, of course. A very large BlackRifle coffee shop.
I got a question. Like, so you've, in the last 20 years, have held numerous big positions in major brands. Like, your position here at 511 now, are you having like a blast? Like, is this like, I'm finally home and I want to keep doing this? Are you looking at a few years and then saying, okay, we did our retail expansion. I think I'm going to take a break. Or is this kind of like the funnest time that you have had up to this point?
This is totally the most fun I've ever had because it so aligns with who I am. My background is a recon Marine infantry guy, and just with all the gear.
Yeah.
Right.
Just taking ideas like we had today at lunch. How about a Hawaiian shirt with amazing camouflage patterns?
We would love
Nobody's done that.
God,
so I get to go back to the product group and say, I have an idea. And if they don't like it, we'll do it anyway.
I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait for my Tiger Stripe Hawaiian.
Exactly. But we're not doing the pink, JT. I'm sorry.
Damn it. You guys always got to take a piece of my dream and just stomp
I would
it.
say the hard thing about this role, unlike working at a Panda Express, which was $1 billion company, or Taco Bell, which is a $5 billion company, we're much smaller, not unlike where you guys are, where if something needs to get done, you look around, left, right, I got to do it.
Yeah.
So you're never off.
No.
You're always on, which is a good feeling most of the time, but occasionally like, I just want to be off. Can I just shut my brain down?
Yeah.
Well, how much are you working? Like, how much are you on the road? How much are you working?
Well, I was at an FBI National Academy retrainer over the weekend up in Quebec. I left my house a week ago Wednesday. So this is, what day is today? Thursday.
Wow.
So this is day 8 of a 9 to 10 day trip. So that's not unusual in a month. So once I hit the road, I stay on the road.
50% of your month or 30%?
60, about 60.
Wow.
You know it's not good when you call home to catch up with your wife and she's running around with a kid screaming in the background. She says, this single parent stuff is really difficult.
Yeah.
For anybody who's married out there, that might be what they call in law enforcement a clue. It's like, I'm really pissed off.
I just had that conversation with my wife last week, actually. She's like, being a single parent is hard. I'm like, no. Being a sole income provider is hard too.
Yes, it is. There it is.
Somebody's got to make it so everybody else can spend it. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I certainly couldn't be the primary caregiver at home.
No.
My children, all 3 daughters, would have been killed by now.
Well, they would have killed me too, for sure. Like I probably would have. It's way more stress for me for like a 1-year-old.
Yeah,
I can't feed.
I rather have somebody yelling at me and breathing down my neck than having to listen to a child cry.
Nobody yells at you or breathes down your neck here.
And I didn't say that they did.
No.
I just say I would rather that
would
than
rather.
listen
Would you rather?
to a child cry.
But in terms of travel, I actually love to travel. I don't like being away from home.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with that conflict. But just the opportunity to be here, drop in with you guys, catch up. You can't do that over the phone. You can't do that on a Skype call. It's not the same.
It's not the same. I don't like any of that anyway. I'm not a big. I have to use it just based on necessity, but I like having conversations with people.
I think we should start, a quarterly product dev, meeting, where we have lunch like we did and we talk about things we wish we could buy.
What's not in the line?
It's not in the line.
I think we also talked about flip-flops. So
I'm
if
excited
you haven't
for
heard
those.
about this, you've heard today for the first time that 511 will make a flip-flop.
Wow. Wow.
I just decided.
Oh,
that.
you just decided. That's
Yes.
perfect. Yeah.
I saw your flip flops.
And mine. He came in and he looked at me, and then he looked at Dave, and he's like, wow.
Oh, well, okay.
There's white space in the market. Attack. But does it need to be a tactical flip flop?
Yes, it does.
And what makes it tactical?
Can it have a
Made
bottle
with,
opener on it?
Dyneema or is
Dyneema.
it
Yeah.
Dyneema?
I don't know.
Whatever
Yeah,
Dyneema is.
Yeah.
Some magical scientific
DSM
thing.
Dyneema. It's the strongest fiber that we've created up to this point.
How about that?
Yeah.
We'll put a hit of that on there.
Yeah.
I think that'll make it sell.
But yeah, it could be 1050D nylon or something. So
Well, if they're Dyneema's positively buoyant, so then your flip-flops float.
I was also thinking, how about really grippy soles on the flip
Yeah,
flop?
like
Nobody
stealth
makes-
leather?
Yeah, nobody
Or
makes
stealth rubber.
right.
Yeah, so you
exactly,
could
that doesn't
climb.
Squeak.
What's a stealth rubber? I don't.
Stealth
even know what
rubber
you're
is for climbers. It sticks.
Right.
Oh.
So like climbing shoes is made out of the stealth rubber, and it conforms and lets you grip on. It's how people climb like bricks and shit.
Man, I think as long as we're talking about products that I think you should make, I think you need to make a whole. You should team up with TRX and some of these other guys to make a whole 511
Workout
line. Like I think
Fitness equipment.
yes,
Like,
yes, because I
interesting.
see
Push-up bars, push-up bands.
It's tactical specific workout equipment, so
Right.
it's built for the tactical athlete. I
That
see
you
the
can
weight
travel
vest.
with. You pack it up.
Yes,
front and
exactly.
Yeah.
It can
Yeah.
fit. It fits in a
Yeah.
case that you throw in your ruck when you know you're going,
Right.
somewhere for a while, but you got your little mini gym in your bag.
It's actually a good idea.
Great idea.
I love it. I mean, because I was a tactical athlete for many years. Now I'm
Right.
just kind of a fat person.
Fat
But it was-
executive.
I'd have kettlebells and I'd have all this stuff at my disposal at a fire base, rowers and
Right.
everything. And we would be modifying and welding and doing all these crazy things. But the things that I was looking at was like, okay, what is our mission? And then how do I take my mission and then modify my workouts so I'm becoming more effective at what we're doing? The strength and conditioning aspect was always something. So flipping a kettlebell isn't necessarily something that's going to make you a more effective, especially at the ground level trigger puller, right? It's
Right.
going to do a lot of different things.
But you look like a badass doing a Turkish getup.
You do. Yeah, you do look like a badass. But getting your kit on and working in it, that's the only thing that's like, how do you prepare? Of course, you do deadlifts and rows and everything
Right.
else. But we would run out to our range. Actually, Jeff and I, you remember Jeff, my partner from Ready Man.
Right.
We would run out, we would throw frags, and then we would do a whole series of circuit training with our kit on, up and down hills and
Did you
doing whatever
need
else we could
the
do.
frag throwing in there?
Yeah, because like we just
Gets the heart rate up a little higher.
you never want to be in that situation where you're like, man, I haven't thrown one of these for like fucking 2 months. I hope I get this where I need it to be.
Right. You want it to go forward, not
because
backward.
it never seemed to work out. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to throw one of
Do
these.
you have a perfect grenade story? Like where you got it, where you wanted it to be?
No, I don't. No,
damn it.
I've never.
Just got to get close.
Yeah, just gotta get close.
I like the roll.
The roll, yeah. There's the roll. There's the not the chip shot, but the bank shot. I'm gonna bank it off the wall in the alley, and it's
Get it around the corner.
It's not gonna work. It's
gonna
not gonna
bounce
work.
back.
It's just rolled back at you. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, I think that there's a whole line of really interesting things in there, especially with TRX. Don't you know those guys?
Randy
in the-
Hetrick,
Yeah,
former Navy SEAL, great guy, super inventor.
Yeah.
Built a nice business there.
yeah, really cool guy. That's a totally different. I think you guys do need to get into that.
I've always wanted to do a portable kettlebell. Have you seen
Yeah.
any good ones?
Jeff and I worked on one for probably a year where we could where it was like filling it with water or sand.
yeah.
We did a ton of stuff with that. We actually made this thing. Do you remember that, JT, the ball?
Yeah, the skin.
Yeah,
Ball
we made
skins?
a ball skin, and it was like we just
Ball skin.
That's what we named it. Ball
Sounds
skins.
like something you do at a fob.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we came up with it. But it was basically just the outer shell of a medicine ball that you could fill up with
Right.
anything you want, and then you tie it back together. And then eventually I was like, well, this is so much fucking work, and nobody wants to fill up their own medicine ball. Like literally nobody.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I liked it because you could grab the top half, so you'd only fill it up. Let's call it 3/4, and you could grab the top half like a kettlebell
And swing it.
and that way you have to hold on to the fabric like a
Yeah.
gi or something like
Sure.
that.
Work on the
So the
grip strength.
handle
Grips,
was just the actual fabric. So that was my idea.
Did you
if
trademark
I-
ball skin?
I did. Yeah.
Nice.
If I got to work on a product with you, I'd love to design like the be all end all RTO bag, because there's been a lot of variants, but they all suck. Whoever was in charge of, it's like they didn't even have the radio with them when they did the design of the bag. It's like, I remember we got these new bags in 2008 or 9. That's like, they finally designed this bag for the 117, and we put the radio in, and the antenna holes are in the wrong spot.
Oh,
And it's just
geez.
like, all right, we're going back to square one, cutting holes in the top of our bags to get the antennas
Melting the nylon.
through. Yeah.
So it wouldn't keep ripping. Classic. Let's do it.
I'm in.
Yeah. Put it on the list. We'll put on our flip-flops,
Kyle
Hawaiian
Lamb
shirts,
try it
and
out.
do it.
Yeah. We'll do a commercial with the Hawaiian shirts and the new be all end all RTO bag.
Yeah.
But that's really how our product development process works. We just start with, what do you have with your kit that you don't like or isn't getting the job done? A good
Right.
example with that of that would be, we just came out with a Oxford shoe because we're dealing with a lot of SWAT guys and FBI agents
Yeah.
who have to run after people occasionally. And they're doing it in Cole Haan or some other dress shoe that's got no grip on the sole and doesn't stay attached to their foot. So they round a corner, blow out of the shoe, wipe out, yard sale, crazy stuff.
What you're saying is why I never understood police uniforms.
Right.
Like, why?
They're made for parades.
Yeah. Why aren't you wearing stuff that you're going to chase somebody and
Right.
wrestle them in?
Exactly. You should be in full-on athletic gear.
Like, yeah, specifically police shoes. Like, there's some of them
Sure.
are dress shoes. They're like
Right.
Cochranes. And it's like, you're not going after anybody in those. And if you try, you're fucking yourself over. Like, you're going to die.
Oh, yeah. So with our new Oxford, it's got a Vibram outsole, real grippy, but stealth, so you can walk on a tile floor, makes no noise.
Really?
Ninja style. You can sneak
Whoa.
up on
I
people.
want
and
to try
still
these
have the
ninja
grip.
shoes.
Then it's got a D30 midsole, which is that kind of shock-absorbing sheer polymer. It's got a little bit of rebound to it.
Right.
They're literally more comfortable than most of my athletic shoes.
Really?
Now, I know you guys don't wear Oxford, so I won't
No.
bother sending you any.
Oh, I know. I want to try these now. Then you say they're ninja shoes.
Totally. Ninja
I'm
dress
sold.
shoes.
Ninja dress shoes.
That's what it's about. Yeah, they'll be in the stores in about a month.
I really
Just
like
came
you
out.
guys' new low cut like hiking boots that you guys came out with this year. Those are sharp.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those. New
Oh,
models.
they're freaking great looking. And I tried them on at the store. They
Yeah, I think
feel
you
nice.
like the Apex. I think that's the model you're in.
Yeah, it's like
got
an
it.
A Solo.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It was awesome.
And we've got another one that's got more nylon on it called the Union. That's just coming out now.
All right.
Got to have the gear.
Yeah,
You're ready for any mission.
This is a catalog. I love this.
So, where are you going next? You're going to Austin, and then where are you? Then are you back in Cali?
Me personally, or with the store program?
You personally?
Yeah, I'm going to California tomorrow, get home Friday night, leave for Hawaii on a 1-week
Yeah.
vacation Sunday. And I'm not taking a vacation in a year.
Wow.
Not good.
Yeah, that's not
I'm
good.
due.
Yeah.
That's why if you see a little nervous twitch on my right eye from lack of vacation and sleep,
Are you
Yeah.
gonna? Are you leaving your phone?
totally shutting down the electronics.
Are you
going,
really?
Yeah.
You going?
Oh,
you
yeah.
going full?
Good.
Yeah,
Full black.
love
Yeah.
that.
Full
Won't even
black.
carry a wallet.
That's so great.
Man,
Gonna barter.
Yeah, just gonna barter. Just gonna wear a bunch of gold
I
rings.
think
and
my
just
wife will have money.
have
No
her.
credit card, no phone.
Yeah,
Live
perfect.
off the land. It's
Yeah.
Hawaii.
It's
You know,
Hawaii. You can do that.
You need things that are right near you.
Yeah, fish and
Reach down, grab a
coconuts and
fish.
papayas.
You've
You
got
got it all.
everything you need. All right. Well, but what are you doing at 511 next? What are your big things outside of retail that you guys are because you're going to be at the CrossFit Games, obviously.
Next week, CrossFit Games, Madison, Wisconsin. Always an exciting event.
Yeah.
We'll have a big team out there. The Tech plate carrier has kind of become the CrossFit vest of choice for a weight vest. We're doing right now on social media weight vest Wednesday workouts.
Nice.
So check those out if you haven't seen them. They're a lot of fun. But we will be introducing for the first time ever our new Hex Grid Tech plate carrier at the CrossFit Games. So maybe a secret. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. But one of the workouts will involve our new Hex Grid plate carrier.
Wow.
And the thing is badass looking.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful piece of
excited.
kit.
What's Hex Grid?
So Hex Grid is our take on a replacement for Molly.
Okay.
So we looked at every geometric shape that might give you different angles of attack relative to Molly, where you can only go horizontal or vertical.
Right.
So triangles, heptagons, sectagons, you name it, but hex grid, so six-sided shape, ended up being the best to be backward compatible with all the pouches.
Huh.
And it looks great. And the other big innovation, I've got it on my backpack. It's out in the car. It's not here. You can't look at it. We finally figured out a way to take the attachment system away from the substrate of the platform it's on. So anybody who's put gear on a Molly platform knows you shred your pedicure, JT.
Yeah.
You shred up everything. It takes
a whole day to
it could take a
assemble
whole
your
day. You need
kit.
needle nose pliers, all that. And then if you want
Fucking
to change
horrible.
a pouch, it's a nightmare. You
Yeah.
put that off as long as you can. But ours is now removable. So you basically take the hex grid off, kit up your pouches, takes you 5 or 10 minutes, hang it on the wall. You can have 2 or 3 for different mission sets. And then the G hooks onto the platform and you cinch it down with a strap.
Oh, cool.
So big innovation there. We thought we had it with just the shape.
Right.
And we had a bunch of guys go downrange and say, you need to work on something. And
Right.
ended up being to allow you to detach from the platform.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
So
Got it.
That's big, and that's, again, brand new in the stores right now.
All right. Well, check out the grand opening of the Austin store. And then, do you guys have published a schedule for when you guys are doing your openings?
We
in each
do on
one
the
of cities?
511 Facebook site.
All right.
511 at Facebook, and then check them out. What's the
Instagram.
URL?
URL is www.511tactical.com for the main site. You'll also see it there, or 511 Tactical on Facebook.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.